very good. Make sure you write down your second observation. So Danny, what did you write for your second observation? Okay, Danny wrote, I see clouds and things flying around. That sounds just like a tornado, doesn't it? Sounds just like a tornado. Okay, good. Your other observations, most of you have already done that. Gabby, did you write down your second observation? Almost done. Okay. What is our last step? Gabby, can you read step 5 for us?
Please don't want the tornado to get me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear Gabby. Let's try again, Gabby. Sorry, go ahead.
Find the conclusion. What did I learn?
Okay, so look at your packet. So we're going to finish step 4 really quickly. Okay, so we wrote observations in step 4. The last piece of step 4 is actually answering the question. Were we able to make a tornado in a jar? Yes or no? Go ahead and circle the answer. Were we able to make like a mini tornado in a jar? Yes or no? We can come back to that if we need to. And then finally, were we able to show how a tornado picks up objects and moves them? What was our object in our experiment? Danny?
Glitter.
Lots of tiny objects, glitter, right? Tornadoes are very big, and when the funnel cloud hits the ground, all the tiny things that seem much smaller than the tornado, like trees and houses, they get hit, and maybe they start to spin around, right? Just like in our experiments. That's what happens in real life too. So, first we need to finish, okay? So hopefully you have answered that second question, which is, were we able to show how a tornado picks up objects and moves them? Yes or no? Jacob, did you circle yes or no? Go ahead and do that now, please. We can't move on to the next step till we finish this one. And then we're going to be at our final step, and we're going to do one last thing that's going to be fun. I hope you think so too. Okay, so now we're going to find our conclusion. From everything we just learned, by doing the steps, performing the steps of making a guess, well, we asked a question first, then we made a guess, then we performed the experiment, then we wrote down our data, right? We organized our data, we circled the answers, yes or no, in response to those questions. Now we're going to take what we learned to find the conclusion. Okay, that's going to be like the big answer to our question. So for step 5, did moving the jar in a circular motion cause the water to spin like a tornado? Yes or no? This is like the big answer to our question in this experiment. So let's go ahead and turn the page. Nariah, we're going to be on that last part of our packet. Oh, Nariah's still a little tired this morning. That's okay. Turn the page, please. Go ahead and turn the page. Okay. So yes or no? Did moving the jar, shaking the jar, if you don't remember, shake your jar one more time. That's okay. You can shake it one more time. Go ahead and pick up your jar, Danny, shake it, and then hold it upright and look at it one more time. Did moving the jar in a circular motion cause the water to spin like a tornado? Yes or no? Okay. So go ahead and look at the jar. Did shaking the jar in a circular motion cause the water to spin like a tornado? I see Gabby answered her questions. Thank you, Gabby. Good job.
At the beginning, did you get that one?
And so now this is the second part of that question. Did moving the jar in a circular motion when you shook it cause the glitter to move like objects in a tornado? This is just kind of like expanding on when we organized our data, right? It's just like going a little bit more in depth to answer the questions. So go ahead and answer yes or no. I see Danny answered what? What did you put for your answer right here?
Yes.
Thumbs up, yes. Good job. At the beginning of this activity, was your guess right?
Yes.
Finding the conclusion now. Does the conclusion match your guess that yes, we could make a tornado in a jar? Did anybody say no? That they thought we couldn't do it? That we could not make a tornado in a jar? Did you say yes or no, Jacob?
Yeah.
You thought we could. So was your guess right? It was Gabby. Your answer was yes. Your guess was yes too. Awesome. Daniel's very quiet. I see he's circling yes. That's great. Did your guess match your conclusion? Yes. And Naraya has yes. Thank you. Very good. Okay, this is the last fun piece. We've talked a lot about tornadoes and what happens in real life. Kind of like our experiment. Go ahead and reset that one last time. I'm going to give you a couple of little houses that we're going to add to our tornado jars. Now we're going to add our houses into the jar, and we're going to repeat the experiment and see what happens to the little houses. In real life, does tornadoes sometimes hit houses or have an effect on houses on the ground? Jacob, does that happen when the tornadoes hit the ground? Do the houses get hit sometimes by the tornadoes? Turn it. Oh, that's okay. Once we spin them, we're going to see what happens. What happens to those houses? They're spinning. Oh my goodness. They're spinning in the air. The whole house or pieces of the house? What do you think, Gabby? What do you see happening with those houses? They're spinning. Let's see as soon as Daniel's done with his writing, let's see if we can get him to pick that jar up and spin it. Put it, spin it. Yes. Okay. Now go ahead and stop and look at it. What is happening to those houses?
The houses are moving around and the tornado is
What would exactly? The spinning air is moving everything in its path. What would happen to houses in real life?
You get destroyed.
They would get destroyed. And pieces of those houses, if it was hit by the funnel cloud of the tornado, would be spinning around inside that vortex, wouldn't
But
it?
how come in Wizard of Oz they didn't do that?
That's some old-fashioned movie magic, isn't it? Like this.
Destroy the objects in the
Spin it. Show me. You
How
do
did
it
it destroy the
now.
objects?
You
Did
do
it take
it.
them and spin them?
Your turn.
But
Hold it and tell me what you see. What's happening to the houses? They're spinning. Oh my goodness. Okay, excellent job.
alright, now
So
try.
finally,
You're-
let's talk about this together. We're going to review this really quickly. Your jars are filled with water. And thunderstorms are filled with clouds and water, right? Very similar. Although a little different, but it's the same idea. Okay, when we see a tornado, hopefully you never do in real life, but if you ever do, what would you see? I kept hearing the words. Danny, yes?
Scream.
People might be screaming, but you might hear that. But what would you see?
The clouds coming down. I mean the turn
The funnel cloud?
coming down.
And what would it be doing?
Reaching to the spinning and reaching to the ground.
There you go. The air would be spinning violently, so going very fast. Sometimes we hear that. It sounds like a freight train. It's so loud, that air spinning. And the effect would be, you said it, to the houses and to the things on the ground and even to the people. What would the effect be?
Houses will be destroyed.
Would be destroyed. The trees would be knocked down. The power lines. Stores that would be in the path of the tornado might be destroyed. Okay, so tornadoes are it's a form of severe weather, and it's very dangerous. Okay, so we got to, in a very safe way, show what the effects of the tornado would be in a jar. So thank you very much. Does anybody have any questions about our experiment today?
Do we keep
It's
the
alright.
cookies?
You get to keep them?
Yes.
I'll think about it, okay? I'll think about it. We might need to use them again for an experiment later. So we'll talk about it.
Why don't you buy another one of these?